Hi guys, and welcome back to a bit more Boom Beach. After a bit of a break over the weekend, it was a very busy weekend for me, both in terms of downloading, because there's been two pretty major games that have just recently come out, being Rainbow Six Siege and Just Cause 3. There were about 70 or so gigabytes together, and using Australian internet, that takes a very, very long time to download. So I haven't really been able to upload, unfortunately. And of course, there's been a lot of things going on in the boxing world as well. So I stayed up late a couple of nights and watched that. Lots of news happening in boxing if you guys follow heavyweight boxing. But let's go ahead and take on Terror Stage 1, which seems like it should be very, very easy. It's hard to believe that's 64 warriors there, but I guess they've all clumped up together. What I'm going to do is go ahead and try to get rid of that boom cannon. Actually, we can get rid of that in one artillery. You guys can get rid of it like so. Next up, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and come up over here onto this bunch of supplies, and then I think all I'm going to do is shock twice, actually. Don't want to lose too many of my guys, and they'll just keep on clearing everything out. I mean, I don't think there's too much strategy involved in this stage, to be quite honest. We haven't really lost anyone either, so... I mean, I'd really recommend just coming up on the right-hand side, maybe even dropping some warriors here later on at the bottom of the beach. But I do apologise for not uploading any Dr. Terrors, and actually I did upload Colonel Gearhart, but that was very late. This video will also probably be a little bit later than usual, unfortunately. Alright, so over here, probably the best way is just to go right up the middle, right? But we've got all these supplies over here on the right. So, interesting. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think I'm just going to go straight up the middle. That's probably the best bet. But what I will do is throw down a barrage right at the bottom of this, and that gets rid of 3. So, we only lose 1 gunboat energy there. And we managed to take down a fair amount of the headquarters health. I mean, for what we did. Next up, I'm going to go drop all my warriors, and we'll go ahead and flare them onto this bunker. And then, of course, we'll smoke them there because we don't want them to destroy that bunker. And then just smoke our way onto the headquarters and flare them there. And they should... Okay, well, I've got 64 warriors, so some of them do go around a little bit strangely. If you use less than 64, you should be good. And, I mean, all we've got over here is maybe shock right over here. I don't think we'll be able to get that flamethrower. We don't, but... one hit with all my warriors, and that's it. The reason I do try to show you guys instead of just using my artillery and barrages is to show you, if you had a little bit less warriors than me, how to go about doing this. So also why I use Zookas for Colonel Gearhart, because for warriors to take down Colonel Gearhart, it's easy, but you need high level warriors to do so. Okay, so over here, I mean, I think we're definitely going to go around the left hand side. I'm just trying to suss things out. This flamethrower is very far away. Okay. So what I'm going to do is drop all my guys on the very left-hand side of the beach. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot a barrage right up around here. And hopefully I'll get a lot of these mines. But it also manages to get out of the way a couple of boom mines and supplies and all that, like we wanted to. Alright. A little bit rusty after not recording for so long, I think. Alright, so we're going to go for this supply point. I'm going to have to, over here, I'm going to have to re-flare, I think. Yep. Okay, so reflare, and then they should just follow the path and go all around over here. There's a lot of gunboat energy. We'll have, I think, over 100 actually. Easily over 100 if we collect all of this stuff up. Might even chuck 1 artillery in here, but I don't think I will actually. What I'll do is I will flare to a supply point just in a little bit. I want to destroy a little bit more because you can never have too much gunboat energy. Alright. Thankfully, I smoked just in time. That was very close there. And we'll go straight onto the headquarters here. Let's see. The headquarters barely has any health. And I'll leave a little bit of a space left. Nothing will really be able to attack us too much. Just that mine got to us. And over here. Okay, what do we have? We've got these boom cannons, which I'll take care of. So 2 shocks. You can even do more if you want. But I'll leave things as they are. And very simple stage, that one, to say the least. I'm loving the amount of supplies that we've got. Even though, of course, it extends the episode length by quite a bit, because we've got to do a little bit more work than usual. But that's pretty typical on a volcano day. Alright. Also been a couple of crazy hot days. Couple of, for those of you in America or that use the Fahrenheit, it's been about 110 degrees Fahrenheit a lot of these days recently. So, very, very hot lately here in Australia, Sydney. Alright, so over here, didn't even check the headquarters health, which is a bit of a shame, but what I'm going to do is drop in our barrage, onto these bunkers and all these supplies, and there we go. So that's what? 6 times 3, wow, that's 18. Okay, that's a lot of gunboat energy there. Now over here, how are we going to go about doing this? I think I'm going to throw down... Okay, I'm not going to be able to get both of these supplies, unfortunately. I need to get that boom mine, though. And then over here, I think... Well, oh, man, what should I do? Okay, I'll use 2 artillery. Okay. We're going to be going up on top of the map as well. So, to the right and then on the top of the map. And that should lead us to the headquarters fairly simply. Just go ahead and destroy everything around here, though. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Get a flare ready just to redirect our warriors. It seems like that one guy... You know what? I can afford to lose that one guy. Depends where he's going to go. Yeah, it's being silly. Okay, so I'm going to smoke these guys up over here. What in the world is that guy doing? Who knows? Now we're going to come all the way up here. There we go. That one guy, he can destroy whatever he chooses. It's alright with me. We'll just keep on smoking. So we've only used up, what, 6 gunboat energy or so. A couple of our guys could have done a little bit better there. But we only lose that one guy so far. So now I'm going to get ready with 2 shocks, I think. That should be more than enough. A couple of boom cannons about, though. That's do cause us a bit of pain, but not too bad. Of course, cannons can only really shoot us once and then have to reload, what, every 5 or so seconds? Maybe not 5, but 3 seconds or so. So we're all good there. Cannons can't really hurt us too much. Only lose 3, so that's fairly good. Be able to cook them up. Alright, so now on to stage 5. We've got 252,000 health. Quite a bit more. I think this stage, probably not the best to go right around the right hand side though. So, I mean, there's not many mines and stuff about, but I think it's probably best for us to just go around the left actually, which probably is a little bit strange. We're going to have to watch out for these shock launchers though. Thankfully none within range of the headquarters, so that's good. Let's go ahead and attack and use a couple of barrages, I think. So over here, let's go use a barrage right up around here. As long as we don't destroy those machine guns, which I hopefully will be going towards and using as anchor points, we should be good. I'll drop another barrage, which is probably overkill a little bit, but I definitely need to get rid of all these mines, and now it should be smooth sailing. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and flare and, well, drop all our guys to the very right hand side, or left hand side, sorry. I can get my lefts and rights onto that boom cannon. Then next up we'll get straight onto this machine gun. Oh, we're definitely using a lot of gunboat energy, that's for certain. But it should be okay. Okay. Now leave a little bit of space here. Just that machine gun can really get to us, so it's not too bad. Get onto the headquarters. Flare our guys there. And, okay. That was okay. I mean, nothing too great, but nothing too bad. And I think I've only got enough for 1 shock. Probably would even be better maybe to heal, but I'll throw a heal down now. Not much that can really attack us. Just that machine gun. But that used up a lot of gunboat energy as well, but I think that's probably one of the better ways. Maybe use a little bit more artillery to actually clear out some of these mines. That's probably a better idea than what I did using 2 barrages, because that takes up a lot of gunboat energy. Alright, only 1 guy lost there. So on to stage 6. We might be able to do this in 1 shot. That'd be great. Great way to get back into Dr. Terror. Haven't really missed out on too many of these episodes, really. I mean, I think I'm fairly consistent. It does suck when I do miss them though. Alright, so over here, I think we're going around the right hand side. I'll end up destroying, maybe I'll even shoot a barrage over here. Barrage, artillery. Headquarters has 160 plus 214,000 health, so quite a bit. But the path shouldn't be all that bad. Okay, well, let's go give this a shot then, shall we? Tempted to use my critters. You know what? No, I won't use my critters. I'm very tempted to, but I won't. So what I'm going to do is drop one artillery up over here. So that'll give us 3 extra gunboat energy. And then next up, this should give us 2 extra gunboat energy, because that'll give us 12 if we get all these supplies. And indeed I do. That's good stuff. Okay. Now, how do I suppose I get rid of all of these? You know what? I'm going to use my critters. Definitely a tough stage, so I'm hoping that most of you guys that are up here will have critters. And then I'm going to use 1 artillery. Alright. I think critters is definitely probably the best strategy to get around here. So actually what I'm going to do is drop all of my guys, wait until they clump up a little bit together, and then get onto the flamethrower. Okay, that was nice. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go straight onto that headquarters. We'll suffer a little bit from all of these mines that are about, but it should not be the end of the world. Indeed it is not. Alright. So now, I think all we've got are, well, 3 shocks I will do. So, shock launcher, and then cannons. Oh, actually there is another shock launcher over here, so maybe I'll drop some more critters. Actually, that would be a brilliant idea. Okay. Hopefully to distract them a little bit longer, because that is getting a lot of our warriors. I completely missed that shock. So probably go ahead and shock that shock launcher over here on the left as well. But no, it wasn't too bad. 3 shocks with 85 gunboat energy. You should be good. Look at that. We get 2 dark crystals as well. 1 more than we're supposed to get. Let's go ahead and gem our warriors. You know what? I'll be able to collect 24 diamonds here. And ooh, I'll get the life shard over here. Life shards, of course, money can't buy. And of course I get my underwater treasure. And even though I spent a lot of diamonds on upgrading my warriors, or getting them a little bit quicker, rushing them, I still am able to go ahead and make a surplus of diamonds, which is nice. Alright, so this stage, 160 plus 358,000 health. That is definitely a lot. How are we going to go about doing this? I think we're going to go straight up the middle. Probably the best bet. Using critters yet again. Don't know why, but I feel like I like using critters today, so I will continue to do so. We're just going to have to spot where we're going to be shocking. So all I can really figure out is 1 shock like here onto this rocket launcher. And that's it, I think, that we really have to do. Yeah, wow, okay. Alright. Seems like a fairly simple stage. It's just the health that's really the problem. So over here, what I'm going to do is drop my critters right onto this mine, this normal mine, and they should spread out nicely. Indeed they do. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, are there any supplies right next to each other? I'm pretty sure there are over here. So I'll get them too. Look at that cute little low level 8 cannon. Pretty sure it is level 8 because it says 8, so you'd assume it to be level 8. Alright, so next up, let's go drop all of our guys, and I will tell them to go straight up onto this here. Okay. Then we'll get onto the machine gun. And then onto the headquarters. A couple of them do seem to suffer a little bit from the flamethrower round, but we haven't lost anyone just yet. So that's always good news. So over here, let's go have a look at what we're doing. 2 shocks, I think, is going to be more than enough. And I'll just throw heals for the rest. That should be more than enough. There's a lot of heals. I'll throw down the artillery. Alright, now how are we doing? Not too good at the moment, actually. Gonna have to wait it out. Thankfully there's not too much that's able to attack us, and wow, actually a lot better than I anticipated. It was just that shock launcher that could be a pain, but even though my shocks don't really last all that long, what is it, like 10 seconds or so when they're maxed out? Alright, 28 warriors dead. So, that is how I'd go about doing a Dr. Terror on the 30th of November, which is today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will be back, maybe not tomorrow because it is a Humman attacks us, but hopefully I'll be back sooner rather than later and be uploading these onto Reddit as well. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.